Assalamu alaikum. Welcome all of you to this video lecture. I am AZIZUL Islam Litton, Assistant Teacher, Police Lines School and College, Bogura. And today we are going to learn the topic changing sentence. In the topic changing sentence, we have various items. Changing sentence from assertive to interrogative, imperative to assertive, assertive to exclamatory, and making interrogative, voice change. And among them, today we will learn changing imperative from assertive to imperative. That means we are going to learn making imperative sentence. And imperative sentence have basic two patterns. Firstly, the patterns begins with verbs, then object or adverbials or extension. Next, structure that begins with let plus objective plus base form of verb plus extension and full stop. And at first we will have some example of assertive sentence that begins with you. You should speak the truth. This is an assertive sentence and we have to make it imperative one. Let's have another example of assertive sentence that begins with you. You must come in time. Imperative. And example number C, you may go out now. Imperative. Now, these are the example of some assertive sentence, and we have to turn these sentences into imperative. And if a sentence begins with you subject, then we have to use structure number 1 to make the sentence into imperative. So at the beginning we have to write verb of the assertive sentence. Here the verb form, word verb, speak. Speak is the verb of this assertive sentence. We have to begin with the verb. So speak, and then the next words, speak the truth, and full stop. Here you can see that I have excluded the subject you and auxiliary verb should, because imperative sentence begins with verb and the next words or extensions. So if the sentence begins with you, then exclude the you beginning subject you, and then you will have to exclude auxiliary verb, and your sentence, imperative sentence, will begin with main verb. So let us try the next sentence. You must come in time. Here you can see the sentence begins with you, the subject you, and it also contains an auxiliary verb must. So we will not write this subject you and auxiliary verb. We will begin from the main verb. Here the main verb is come. Come in time. Come in time. Okay, this is an imperative sentence. Let us try the last one. You may go out now. Here we can also see that the sentence begins with you subject and next word is an auxiliary verb may. We have to exclude these two words and start from go, because word go is the verb form of this sentence, and we have to write or begin from the verb. So go out now, and this is an imperative sentence. Okay, so you can see that if a sentence begins with you subject, then we have to use structure number 1 to make the sentence into an imperative one. Okay. Next, if the sentence is in the negative form, such as you should not tell a lie. Let's have another example. You must not mix with the bad boys. And I want to have another example. You can't do it. You will not write wrong answer. Here these sentences are in negative form, negative sentences. You should not tell a lie. You must not mix with the bad boys. You can't do it. You will not write wrong answer. So we can see that each of the 4 sentences contains negative word not, or all the sentences are in negative form, negative sentences. And if we want to make this sentence into imperative one, we have to use this structure. We have to write do not at the beginning of this imperative sentence, do not, and then the verb and extension, next word of the verb, and full stop. So let us apply this structure of negative imperative sentences. Here, you should not tell a lie. The main verb is tell and not. This sentence contains not. So I have to write here do not. Do not. Then I have to write the verb and the next word. Do not tell a lie. And this is an imperative sentence. Let's go to the next one. You must not mix with the bad boys. And I have to write do not mix with the bad boys. Next, you can't do it, and I have to exclude this you subject and auxiliary verb and begin with do not, and then write the main verb do, and next word is it, and at the end of the sentence we have to put a full stop. We have to put full stop. Then our negative imperative sentence is do not do it. And we have last one. You will not write wrong answer. I have to write do not. Do not write wrong answer. Do not write wrong answer. So, if a sentence begins with you subject and the sentence is affirmative one, then we have to write from the verb till the end of the sentence, and then it will turn into an imperative sentence. And we can say that if the sentence begins with you and the sentence is also negative, then we have to write do not at the very beginning of the sentence, and then from the verb and from the verb till the end of the sentence. Then we will get the imperative sentence, negative imperative sentence. Do not tell a lie. You must not mix with the bad boys. Our answer is do not mix with the bad boys. You can't do it. Our answer is don't, but do not do it. You will not write wrong answer, and we have to write do not write wrong answer. And these are the two ways to make imperative sentences if the sentence begins with you subject. Then the question is, what will be the answer or process of making imperative if the sentence do not begin with you subject? The answer is here. You can see the sentence, the structure begins with let, and if the sentence, assertive sentence, begins with other subject except you, such as he, she, they, we, I, Mina, Dina, etc., noun or pronoun, except you, then we will use this structure of making imperative sentence. Let object, let, you have to write let at the beginning of imperative sentence. Then you have to write the objective form of the subject of the assertive sentence. Then you should exclude the auxiliary verbs and write from the verb of the sentences. Let us have some example. I must go home now. Imperative. Example number 2 or B. He should stay here. We can spend quality time and we want to have another example number D. Mina will help us, and we can see that these sentences do not begin with you but begin with I, he, we, Mina, that is except you. So we have to use the second structure of imperative, making imperative, and according to the structure we have to write let, the verb word let, then we have to write the objective form of I. We know I is the subjective form and objective form is me, and then my is possessive form. I, me, my. Subjective, objective and possessive form of pronoun. I have to use this me, objective form. So let me, let, then write me. Let me, I have to exclude auxiliary verb must. Must is auxiliary verb here, and write go. Let me go home. Let me go home now. So this is our imperative sentence, and this I think is very easy to make the assertive sentence into an imperative one. Here we can also see that the sentence begins with he, so I have to use the second structure, let him. Let him, we know he is the subjective form, him is the objective form, and his is the possessive form. I have to use the objective form of he, subjective he. Let him, auxiliary verb here is should, so we have to exclude this. We will not write the auxiliary verb, but we write stay or main verb, and then here let him stay here. We can spend a quality time, and the first word I have to write here let, then we is the subjective and us is the objective and our is the possessive form of we pronoun. Then let us can is the auxiliary verb, you know. Let us spend a quality time. Okay, then here we can see that the subject is a noun, and we know the objective form of noun is noun. that is objective form of Mina will be Mina. So I have to write let then Mina. Let Mina. We will not write the auxiliary verb. Let Mina help. Let Mina help us. And this is this very structure is for affirmative sentence, affirmative imperative sentence. And if we want to write negative imperative sentences, then we have to add not. We have to add not at the after the objective form here. So let us try some negative sentences. He should not do it. Here the sentence does not begin with you, so I have to use the second structure, and the sentence is negative one, so I have to write let at first, then him, the objective form of the subjective he, him, then not do it. Let him not do it, or let not him do it. Okay, and there are some other ways of making imperative sentences from assertive ones, and we will learn more technique or structure or process of making imperative sentences in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz, bye bye, Assalamu alaikum.